very noteworthy conference. I'm Johanna in Ikävalko, and my occupation is I'm a ministerial advisor at the Finnish Ministry of Transport and Communications, and I'm actually in charge of some of the Arctic development projects within the ministry and our government. And the main project I'm working with at the moment is the Arctic Marine Research, Testing and Training Center. It's a Finnish-Norwegian initiative that we are developing at the moment. And I'd like to tell a few words about that. And I was giving the instructions to supply you some food for the thought, and this is what I think I will do. Please bear in mind that I'm just a poor marine biologist put in very, very big shoes because I'm dealing with maritime issues and communication issues and other issues in the Arctic. The reason why I'm actually here is that when I was a marine biology and a researcher, I was a polar biologist. So I've made some expeditions on icebreakers and other cruise vessels down to the Antarctic and up to the Arctic, even up to the North Pole. So I think I know a bit about the element that I'm talking about, and I know a bit about the challenges we face when we go to remote areas. For the past 1.5 years, maybe 2 years, we've been developing this initiative of Arctic Marine Testing, Training and Research Center. Among friends, you can call it ArcMate. It's the mate you need to know before you go to the Arctic if you don't know the challenges you're gonna be facing when you go up to the north. And it all started from the idea that in Finland we have the Arctic strategy, and in Norway there's always also an Arctic strategy, and we have a lot in common in those strategies, not to mention the common items that we have in the Arctic strategy of Sweden, for example. So together in Nordic countries we have similar goals what comes to the Arctic, but we have different fields of expertise, and by putting all these together we are sure we can provide something unique to the community that wants to do business or wants to have some other activities in the Arctic, but don't have experience in that. And as a result of all this development for the past 1.5 years, we have now come up with the suggestion that the ArcMate Center that would be established here in Finland, but it would be strongly a Nordic showcase of cold climate expertise. It would offer services in these following fields of activities. First of all, navigation in sea ice. Most of the icebreakers that are operating in the world and all the icebreakers that are good in the world are actually designed and constructed in Finland. So we could actually provide services in design, construction and operating of ice navigating vessels. The ArcMate Center could also offer services in developing Arctic marine search and rescue operations. If you think of the navigable Arctic marine area, sea area, most of it actually belongs to Norway, and they have a very big responsibility to rescue people if there's an accident in the Arctic marine area, Arctic sea area. And there's a lot of needs to develop those activities. And then we come to weather forecasts and ice management, which are vital to safe navigation and any safe operations in the Arctic. Also, together with Finland, Norway and also Sweden, we have expertise in port design, and here I'm talking about the ports in the Arctic conditions, when you have strong winds, strong waves, you have tide, and especially you have a lot of ice with huge power to destroy anything that comes on its way. And then we come maybe to the most interesting part of this forum. That's the communication demands and challenges in the Arctic, where the traditional and the common ways of communicating don't work. And the communication is very vital for any operations in the Arctic. If it doesn't work, nothing else really works. And we think that in our countries, with our expertise, we have a lot to offer for the global demand for communication solutions in remote areas, not just in the Arctic, it's remote areas in general. And then surviving in the cold, human in cold, we talk about physiology, psychology, we talk about technology. We have vital research in that field, and we have many, many solutions to offer to the community. And then last but not least is oil combating in sea ice. It's relatively easy to do oil combating in sea, but when you have ice involved, it's a whole different story. And we have a whole lot of answers and solutions to that too. So I think I leave you with these little throws and little foods and feeds for your thought. And I'm very much looking forward to the discussions and your feedback to these suggestions. Thank you very much.